The Orange are 2-2 in ACC action with a roster that is fresh off the grill. Tonight, California makes its second East Coast trip already, and in conference play, they are also even on the young season. It's the Orange and the Cal Bears for just the third time ever on ACC Network Extra. Welcome into the women's building alongside Tommy Armstrong. I'm Nico Horning, and Tommy, Syracuse picked up just 3 ACC wins all of last season. A win today in the 5th game on the year would match that total, and a lot of that could be credited to the 7 newcomers that have arrived for the Orange. The last third of the ACC season has arrived, and the Orange have hit a bit of a skid as of late, and the competition does not get much easier today as Georgia Tech migrates to Central New York. It's the Orange and the Yellow Jackets here on a Sunday afternoon in Syracuse. Welcome into the women's building. Nico Horning alongside Spencer Bewley. Happy to be with you on ACC Network Extra. And Spencer, quite frankly, both these teams have hit a bit of a skid as of late, especially on Friday. 3-1 losses for both. Syracuse dropped a game to Clemson here at home, and then Georgia Tech with an upset win by Boston College. Both teams trying to get right today here in Syracuse. Nico Horning and Max Gifford welcoming you inside Kennedy Ice Pavilion. A close game overall last night. The offense was there for Syracuse, outshooting RMU by 12. They just couldn't cash in at the end.
Great physicality from Sorella so far in this series. There's another shot in net there. Rebound, score! Stella Costabile ties it up for Syracuse.
And now Syracuse can win it here in the 4th. Lorio gets it over. They go to Hayden. Syracuse blocks it. Nice job keeping it alive. Maeva sets up McLaughlin. And Syracuse wins into the ACC home opener. When you need it most, go to Old Faithful, and that is Gabby McLaughlin with her 21st kill of the night. Syracuse beats Cal 3-1. Knight, a stud pitcher, 233 at the plate. Skies this one down the left field line. Trouble, and what a catch! Kaylee Pond snags Madison Knight. 2 down, wow. Here's George, and it goes along the tape and finds Orange on the other side. George goes sky high to win set number 2, and the Orange, a commanding 2-0 lead, rolling into the 3rd set. And a great crowd on hand, including the men's basketball team right behind us. A couple of them in attendance. What's up, guys? Got JJ Starling in action. Here's another shot. Gennady towards the net, scores! Emma Gennady on the power play for Syracuse. Line drive to center, and it gets by Lopez. A misread for Syracuse. 2 runs are going to score for Cal, and Kaylee Pond is amped up. 2 RBI double extends Cal's lead to 4. Syracuse takes the opening set at home, and there is head coach Jen Malcolm for Cal, who formerly played for Syracuse back in the day. 2004, 2005, a couple of years with the Orange before a transfer back to her home state. She ended up at Iowa State, and we had a chance to catch up with her a little bit earlier today about coming back to her old stomping grounds. Talking about pressure on Lorio. Gets the job done on the attempt. Yamada goes up to the net for Maeva, and she does that for the 3rd time tonight. Some no-look action from the junior. The Orange by 1. Georgia Tech, run by Michelle Collier, the head coach in her 12th season. Also former ACC Coach of the Year in 2019. She is from Brazil, and quite a bit of her coaching staff is also from Brazil, including Claudio Pinheiro, the associate head coach, who also coaches the Brazil national women's team and has had a couple of gold medals under her belt. So this is not only a very international team on the roster, but the coaching staff as well, having a big influence there from South America into Atlanta. Georgia Tech by 4 out of the timeout here in the first set. Off the block, and a kill awarded to Deandra Pierce, one of the non-international players on the roster for Georgia Tech, the grad student from Austin, Texas.
It's been her first couple of seasons at UT. Actually has a ring, won a national championship with the Longhorns. Didn't play in that season, but still got to soak in a lot of experience from some of the best players in the country and world.
Also has one of the most experienced tenures against Syracuse. She's faced Syracuse 3 times after a high-powered kill by Sawana Leia. She's been really impressive here in the opening set, Spencer.
She has a couple now off the slide and just taking it right down the line. Not a lot Velez can do with that.
Blocked. And Pierce tried to stay with it, but couldn't. You mentioned that national championship with Texas for Deandra Pierce. She's faced Syracuse 3 times to go along with Eloise Suarez. And Pierce had 10 kills against the Cuse last year, 6 the year before, and really was a big transfer pickup at the time for Georgia Tech, even though she did not play for Texas that season after Skylar George comes up with a service ace.
And that's a great target from George. She got a little help off the tape, but when you pride yourself on aggressive serving and you target just the top of that net, that'll happen.
Backs it up with an error. George all around, though, a much better start and performance so far than she'd had last time against Georgia Tech in last year's game. 0 kills, 4 errors for George, but she's responded so far in the opening set.
And Georgia Tech maybe a little bit of a stronger team at that point in the season last year. They were the 15th ranked team in the country. Again, just battling to try and stay in that receiving vote spot this week.
And Leia, another kill for Syracuse. Number 5 for her.
She's just executing well right now. I mean, Coach Bake talked about how against Clemson they didn't quite execute as well as they wanted. She gets the one-on-one matchup there and just takes it right to the back row.
UC Irvine, the first 4 years for Leia, grad student here at Syracuse. Off the block and a point for Georgia Tech. Leia, someone who's been impressive so far for the Orange. Had different roles at UC Irvine. Wasn't always a starter, and Coach Ganesh-Ratnam was also excited about her because of the maturity and for her to use that time to grow as a player, carried her into Syracuse, and now she looks more prepared than ever here today. Maeva and Ortiz and Harris Waddy were going for that one. Some miscommunication there for Syracuse, and those are some of the errors that you just can't really afford to have here against Georgia Tech.
Yeah, it all comes back to execution, right? I mean, Taya Maeva, of course, is very stable, a great, consistent setter, but those uncharacteristic mistakes certainly come back to bite.
McLaughlin, dug out by Laura Bialeski. Ortiz to Maeva. Georgia Tech in system. Garibaldi fakes the slam by Bialeski, and Georgia Tech, despite some miraculous effort, comes up empty, and Syracuse at the point.
This is a great job by Harris Waddy just to own the middle. She's the other one that can really step up in that spot for Coach Ganesh-Ratnam when he asks his team to get involved in the block. Harris Waddy just does it all alone.
Well, the middle blockers have been in position. Just some unforced hits off the block, really.
Yeah, that's Fedorovich
That's
again.
the name of the game, too. Yeah.
Right. For Fedorovich again. I mean, we talked about her earlier, but she's got double-digit kills in 10 of the last 12 matches. She's on pace to do it again here. Just an all-around tough player to stop.
A battle at the net. Espana, cross court, and a point for the Yellow Jackets. undergoing a couple of eye surgeries and now having to deal with some new vision and wearing the goggles during the game. What has that adjustment been like playing today?
It's been great. I've adjusted pretty well to it.
What was the feeling like there? Were you guys allowed Cal to get back in that game and eventually they let you guys go for a set? All right, well, should be a good one on hand. Good luck going the rest of the season. We thank you for joining us as well here on ACC Network Extra. Syracuse takes it 3-1 over Cal, and they win in the ACC home opener here in Syracuse. Join us for Stanford on Sunday, a 1 o'clock start here in the women's building on ACC Network Extra. With our producer, Kristen Hennessy, Tommy Armstrong to my right, I'm Nico Horning, wishing you a great rest of your night. Syracuse wins.